Hey, what is up, my beautiful binge watchers? Welcome back to the film Frontline. If you're anything like me, you've been counting down the days, surviving on iced coffee and pure anticipation for our favorite comfort watch. Yep, I'm talking about Netflix's Virgin River Season 7. We finally got it, and oh boy, the tea is piping hot today. Grab your cozy blankets and let's get into the nitty-gritty because this season gave us major highs, some questionable lows, and a whole lot of drama. Let's unpack it all. All right, let's jump straight into the deep end. The overarching vibe of Season 7? A little messy, besties. It feels like the writer's room was playing darts blindfolded. We came in expecting huge payoffs from the Season 6 cliffhangers, but instead of a smooth ride, we got a bit of a chaotic road trip. First up, the absolute shining stars of this season, the parenthood arcs. Mel and Jack's adoption journey took front and center, and honestly, thank goodness. They gave the storyline the time it deserved. It wasn't just a montage of happy tears, it was grounded, emotional, and dealt with some heavy, real-world struggles, specifically their reaction to their new son's heart defect. It proves these two are endgame and are going to be phenomenal parents in the seasons to come. Then we have Lizzie and Denny. I know. Half the fandom has been side-eyeing this couple for seasons. But, plot twist, their storyline is arguably the best written part of Season 7. They tackled Lizzie's postpartum anxiety with so much raw authenticity. Sarah Dugdale's performance? Absolute fire. Her breakdown scene in the bar bathroom was visceral and perfectly edited. Plus, Denny stepping up as a deeply involved, supportive partner was the character development we desperately needed. Another major win was Muriel's cancer storyline. It could have easily spiraled into pure trauma porn, but they handled it with so much grace and sensitivity. Muriel is a total boss, a fighter, and seeing her leaning on her supportive boyfriend and friends was genuinely moving. Now, for the not-so-great. The rest of the plotlines felt like they were just throwing spaghetti at the wall to see what sticks. Doc's investigation had painfully slow pacing, even if his scenes with Dr. Hayes gave us a tiny bit of tension. Preacher suddenly wanting to open a fancy restaurant? Totally unearned. Jack randomly starting a farm? Okay, old MacDonald, where did that come from? And don't even get me started on the Bree, Brady, and Mike love triangle. The chemistry was giving absolutely nothing, and the dialogue felt incredibly clunky. But the biggest crime of Season 7, Charmaine's disappearance. They hyped this up to be the ultimate soapy mystery, and it ended up being an out-of-nowhere kidnapping plot with zero foreshadowing. Like, make it make sense. Industry implications and fan theories. With Season 8 already greenlit and filming soon, the industry is clearly still banking hard on the cozy town romance genre. But the writers definitely need to tighten up the ship to keep viewership high. Also, fan theory alert, based on that incredibly heartwarming maze scene with Doc and Hope this season, fans are screaming that the rumored Virgin River prequel shouldn't be about Sarah and Everett, but young Doc and Hope instead. And honestly, I am 100% here for that. So, what is the film Frontline verdict? Look, Season 7 is undeniably underwhelming in its overall execution. The pacing is off and the side plots are a hot mess. But, and this is a big but, the emotional peaks make it completely worth the watch. When the show focuses on its core strength, which is the raw, human emotion tied to parenthood and resilience, it strikes gold. That finale hospital scene where Marley gives birth and Mel and Jack finally get to leave in the ambulance with their baby, absolute perfection. It was a pure, unadulterated moment of joy that almost makes you forgive the chaotic subplots. It's not a perfect season by any means, but it still captures that Virgin River magic when it truly counts. All right, Frontliners, now I want to hear from you. Do you think the writers completely fumbled the bag with Charmaine's kidnapping storyline, or were you too swept up in Mel and Jack's baby joy to care? Drop your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you loved this breakdown, you know what to do. Smash that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and keep it locked right here on the Film Frontline for all the latest TV and movie deep dives. Stay fabulous, and I'll catch you in the next one.